sentir la musique. Je peux sentir le jazz, ça me fait quelque chose.
Et la musique classique, ça vous fait quelque chose?
Oh, pas tellement. La musique classique, c'est pour la tête un peu. Et le jazz, c'est pour le corps.
If you're one of those guys who laughed at the foam runners when it first came out and now you are just absolutely sold to it like myself, then welcome to this video. Also, I will come clean and tell you guys that my pair is a replica because that is all I can afford, and as a fan of the silhouette itself, I just really want to be able to wear and style it and be able to share it with you guys. Also, a quick discretion. I am in by no means advocating anyone to buy counterfeit products. This is my personal preference, so do whatever is best for you. And I want this video to educate people to be able to differentiate authentic pairs from replicas, as well as a buying guide to whether this replica is worth spending your money on. So I got this pair from Dancekick. I did my research on them and found out that they produce high quality reps. I left their information on the description down below in case you want to check them out. So for this video, I will compare the replicas to an authentic pair from a friend of mine, which is the Mist colorway that recently came out. I will also reference Seth Fowler's video on YouTube about his authentic Moon Grays because that's the closest authentic Moon Gray I can get information on. Another reason why I am referencing his video is that there might be discrepancies with the foam runners that were recently released versus the Moon Gray, which was originally released back in March of 2021. Let's start off with the unboxing. The box of the replica has a darker shade of brown compared to the box of the authentic. Also, the box of the authentic pair seems to have a little black speckle to it. The size label on the side is on the same spot for both, as well as the text at the bottom of the box. One thing to note though is that the font color on the authentic is brown while on the replica is black. But referencing Seth's video, I could tell that the color of the box and the font color at the bottom of the box of the authentic pair that he has are the same as the ones on the replicas. This is the relative difference that I was just talking about when using a pair with a different colorway and release date for comparison. The hang tags on both the authentic and reps are rectangular in size, but there is a difference in length as well as the information that is on the tag itself. But we have to remember that these are two different colorways, and referencing Seth's video, I can confirm that the tag itself is correct in shape and the labeling information looks identical. Moving on to the actual shoe itself, the form and shape looks identical in my opinion. Of course, there might be a little discrepancy given the fact that the rep is a size 7 and the authentic is a size 5. The cutouts are identical in shape and number. But one thing that I must really point out is that the precision on the cutouts of the replicas are not as good as the authentic ones. The cutouts on the replica are uneven and have leftover rubber from the cut. This is also the case on the midsole. Although this imperfection is unnoticeable unless you have the shoes really up close. The in-shoe label looks identical except for the placement of the stickers, which really is not a big deal, but one thing that stands out to me is that the authentic says it's made in the USA while the reps are made in China. Also, the engraving in the inner side of the shoe says the same thing. But referencing back to Seth's pair, it also says that his pair was made from China and his other authentic pair was made in the USA.
Hold on. Yeah, the Ararat colorway says Foam Rnnr made in the USA. So the original Foam Rnnr colorway was made in the US and this new MXT Moon Gray colorway is made in China.
So I guess the labeling is correct on the rep based on Seth's pair, and I guess where a Foam Rnnr is made varies depending on the colorway. The sizing on the Foam Rnnrs is said to be small and there are no half sizes. And my size happens to be a US 7.5. But instead of sizing up to an 8, I went with a size 7 instead because I want a snug fit. And after wearing it for the first time, the fit is perfect on me. If you are wide-footed, I cannot say the same. Also, people say that Foam Rnnrs expand with time. Comfort wise, I am surprised with how soft the cushioning is on this one. I cannot say if it has the same cushioning as the authentic one that I have here, as it is not on my size, so I cannot really try it on. But just basing my experience with my Crocs and Merrell's Hydro Mocs, the Foam Rnnrs are easily the comfiest in my opinion. And that said, I think my Crocs now has a contender in my rotation. Now, finally, the price. The Yeezy Foam Rnnr retails at $90 and it used to be $75 when it first came out. But if we are to consider the price in the resale market, at least for the Moon Gray colorway, it is a whopping $450 in my size on StockX. And the price of the replica is $100 from Dancekick. The replicas are more expensive than the retail pair. Of course, it is a no-brainer to buy the authentic pair when it costs less, but that is the case if you are lucky enough to get one for retail given the hype surrounding the Foam Rnnrs. Just like the resale on the Moon Gray is now 5 times the retail value, which is just insane, and that is the case why I opted in for the replica instead. Also, the shipping on these Foam Rnnrs was pretty fast and they sent it via FedEx. Also, here are some outfits just to show you guys how it looks on feet, and I will create a dedicated video styling the Foam Rnnr, so stay tuned for that.
Oh, hello, Papa. Tell me, do I know what's right if I'm only doing what's wrong? Riddle me this, will my heart expire if I leave it open too long? Wonder if all of my work will last when I'm dead and gone. Feel me? Is there a space for me to care a little too much about who I'm becoming? Is there a time where I can be honest about needing some love and needing fulfillment? Who am I? Who is this? Do I lose insight if I want bliss? Kept my seat, I don't want this.
So the final question is, do I recommend these replicas from Dancekick? The answer is yes. I think the shoe checks every box in my book. The looks, like how closely identical it is with the authentic pair, and the price. But yet again, make your own informed decision, and I'm not advocating you to buy counterfeit products, as I mentioned in the beginning of this video. I bought this as a personal preference since I cannot afford to buy resale, but was I given the chance to buy it for retail? I would definitely buy it even if it was a little over the price of the replicas. So there you guys have it. What are your thoughts on these replicas? Also, stay tuned for the upcoming styling video on the Yeezy Foam Rnnrs if you're into that, like I said. And I hope you guys did enjoy this video as much as I did. And until next time, stay safe, stay fitted. Peace.